Hey guys, welcome back to the Curly Reader. My name's Amanda, and today I'm going to share with you my January bullet journal plan with me. So, I still need to fix that 2020 from my previous plan with me. But before I get into my January spreads, I did add a couple more annual spreads, and so I figured I would show you these as well. The first one that I'm adding here is a series tracker. This is a setup that I saw on Tia from Tia and Audiobooks. Her channel, she did this as a series tracker, and a number of my friends have been doing this as well, and I just had to jump on the bandwagon. So, this will track all the series that I'm currently in the middle of, or that I have started that I would like to continue with, and I will be able to keep track of my progress in those series, which books I still need to read, all of that. And so I have a number of series, and then this will also go over onto the next page as well. So one thing that I did want to mention is that I am also including companion novels and series on this list. So you'll see here that I have Molokai and the Bromance Book Club both listed here. They have companion novels. They aren't necessarily sequels. So I am including companions as part of this criteria to be on this page. I also have, I think, only one, maybe two series that I have not started yet, but I am planning on starting this year, and so I wanted to make sure that I included those as well. Right here, I decided to try a different pen because I didn't love the way that the Micron was writing. I actually ended up using a couple different ones and then decided I didn't like those any better, so I just went back to using the Micron for the rest of these. Alright, and then like I said, this does overflow to the next page. I knew that I was going to have more than what I could fit on those two pages, so I built in an overflow page here that just says continued at the top. And I do have two series on this page, and then the rest of the blank space I will leave available if I do start any series this year. now I'm just going through and marking off the books that I've already read. Most of these I've only read the first book in the series, and so I definitely have some series that I need to make some progress in. Alright, and then this next page is going to be a tracker for the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, which is put on by Chantel at An Intentional Life. I think she did this last year as well, but she set up a challenge. It's an annual challenge, and each month you get a prompt, and you're supposed to read a book that you own off your bookshelf for the prompt for that month. And so I wanted to participate this year, and I wanted a way to track that. And so I have a box for each month with the prompt written in it, and then as I complete them, I will print off book covers and put them in the box that corresponds with the prompt that they have filled. Alright, and that's it for my annual spreads. I did leave a blank page in between, but now we're moving on to my January. So this page was heavily inspired by a video that I saw. I will link the name of the channel and the video down below in the description box. But I am just doing a blue and gold confetti theme for this month. So I have my little spray of confetti coming out, and I'm just using my super tips, and I have my Uniball gel pen, gold gel pen, and a paint pen, a gold paint pen that I'm using to do the confetti with. And this is super simple. It's just squiggly marks and little dashes, and I absolutely love the effect of this. I think that it makes me happy to look at it. And so I did put a piece of paper down to kind of block off the area that I needed sectioned off for the next page. And that was kind of my guard for that. And then I just went ham on it. And so I love the way that this ended up turning out. And then I just took the little piece of paper off, and that's my little notes section down there. And so on this opposite page, as always, I have my list of books that I want to read for the month, my list of videos I want to film for the month, and then just a little notes section that I can fill things in throughout the month as I need to. So yeah, I didn't realize when I used the paint pen that I wouldn't be able to write over it with my black brush tip pen. So that's why the January looks a little funky, but it's okay. I actually kind of like that it looks like it goes into the confetti. I think it kind of adds a very cool effect to it, so I don't mind that at all. You'll notice I'm using a lot of different pens this time around. I have my Flair pens, I have my Pentel Touch brush pens, I have my Super Tips markers, I have my Uniball gel pen, the paint pen. I ended up getting a couple of Tombow brush pens, so you'll see those right now. And so yeah, there's quite a few different things that I used, and I will list everything, all the materials that I've been using down below in the description box. So as we moved on to this next page, as you can see, this is my posting schedule. This is kind of my calendar for the month. I decided to go with a horizontal layout this month, which is something I've never, well, I guess I've kind of done it before, but I just decided I'm just gonna list out all the numbers, and then I will just write straight down vertically from that number each time I post a video. So that's kind of how I'm gonna keep track of my posting. And you will also notice that there was a little bit of a shift and some added supplies over there in the left-hand corner. Those were due to my children. I had to film this on a couple of different days, and so things kind of got shifted and altered around, and that's just the nature of the beast. So we're just gonna ignore that and pretend that that's not there. But once again, adding this confetti effect, just lots and lots of squiggles and dashes. I have these 3 blue colors that I use as my base, and I just go in and keep layering and layering and layering until I get the effect that I want, and then adding in the Uniball gold gel pen and the paint pen as well. Alright, and then the next page is my growing TBR and my reading log. This year I'm going to try to do my growing TBR a little bit different and kind of have a more formal layout to this page. Last year, as I was going back through and looking through last year's journal, I noticed that it was just a little distracting each month to just have things listed out randomly. So this year I just kind of put in a table, but I'm keeping my reading log the same because I really liked this way of keeping track of my stats for the month. I did, however, at the bottom add a little area to do the totals each month so I didn't have to count them every time. I could just count them once and be done with it. So I added that same confetti effect and then used my Tombow pens to do the lettering on top. Not in love with this because it's really hard to see the lettering, so I think I'm going to go back through with a thicker marker and redo the lettering thicker so that I can actually read it. But other than that, this is a really functional layout. I didn't separate horizontally the lines because I figure as I put things in, I don't want to be limited to space for titles and authors and things like that. I may need extra space, and so I just kind of left it open, and as I need the lines put in, I will put horizontal lines in to kind of break it up, but I wanted to wait until I got titles put in before I did that. So on my growing TBR chart, I will have a column for title, a column for author, and a column for who I was recommended by. And then on my reading log, I have a column for the rating, a column for whether it was physical or audio. I will not be tracking ebooks this year because I just don't read enough to make it worth it. I'll count those as physical reads. I also have columns for whether it is a middle grade, adult, or YA, and also if it was a library book or if it was owned. I have been subscribing to Scribd and listening to books that way as well. And when I listen to books on Scribd, I count those as library even though I'm paying for them because I'm borrowing them and I don't actually own them. Anything that I'm considering owned is strictly books that I have on my shelves. So if it's not on my shelves, I say library. I should probably change that to borrowed. Would probably be a more accurate word, and I may do that next month. But that is kind of what I consider library. And then I also have a graphic designation, which I use to track how many graphic novels I read each month. All right, and then this year I'm also going to add a little bit of a notes section to the end here. This is going to be book notes, and here I'm going to give myself space to write down thoughts about each book as I'm reading it. This way, as I'm going through and doing my wrap-ups, I'm not just trying to pull things out of thin air, and I have it all in one spot. So very plain, very simple little page there, but that gives me the space to do that, and I will take up as much room as I need to do that. And then I flipped back to my 2021 title page and I added my little theme doodle for the month. I just put a ton of squiggly marks, confetti on here. It's a little sloppy, but it gets the point across. All right, and then we have our final flip through. And that's it for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that you stick around and subscribe. And until next time, see ya!